What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's the Tyrant, and yes, I am doing a Pokemon Go video. I got sucked into the void too. For those of you wondering, don't worry, I'm still doing Halo stuff, but I started playing this too. As you know, I was in an accident last year, and I have to use a cane now, and this has been helping me get some more exercise so that eventually, hopefully, I can actually walk without having to use a cane anymore. So I found a little trick here to make things easier for you to actually catch Pokemon. But first I wanted to start with the game itself. This isn't a review, I'm going to try to do that at a later time, but most of you know how this game works. First you create a little avatar, then it launches you into sort of a GPS layout of your surrounding area. As you can see here, I live just outside of Washington, D.C., and so you look around a little bit, there's a Pokestop right there at a nearby park where you can collect more items like Pokeballs and stuff like that. And basically your goal here is to wander around and try to catch Pokemon. Again, most of you know how that works. There's a little meter right here where you can tap on it to see which Pokemon are closer. Now if you look at the footprints right here, the way this is supposed to work is 3 footprints is a little far away. It's still within tracking range, but pretty far away. 2 footprints, you're getting warmer. 1 footprint, you're basically a stone's throw away from the Pokemon. And 0, you should be able to see it. And as you can see, we got a little Weedle right there. And if you click on the Pokemon itself, and I can't see him. Oh well. So you click on the Pokemon itself, you should be able to catch it. So again, 3 is far away, 2 is closer, 1 is really close, and 0, you should be able to actually see it. Now, in addition to that, you can use the chart itself. So a Pokemon in the top left corner is going to be closest to you, and it goes down the line here. The one on the bottom right is the one that's furthest away. So you can use that as a measurement too when you have lots of Pokemon with 3 footprints. Now, one thing you guys may have noticed in the last week is there is a glitch where now all of these Pokemon now have 3 footprints, and that makes things really difficult. It makes Pokemon much more difficult to track. And even though this system right here still mostly works, it's not perfect. But we did come across a way where you can actually track Pokemon a lot easier. So as it turns out, the developer of this game actually created another game called Ingress, which works basically the same way. It has the same base platform. And I'm going to show you that real quick. So we're going to zoom out, and the game is called Ingress. I'll show you it right there. See if it'll zoom in a little bit. Focus. Ingress. So you download this. Just like with Pokemon Go, you need to log in with a Google account. And as you can see, just like with Pokemon Go, it gives you a GPS layout of your entire area. So it's built the same way. Remember in the last shot you saw the Pokestop, and they have something similar right here. So what I've done is you have to basically choose between 2 factions, the Enlightened and the Resistance. I chose the Enlightened. I don't know if it really matters or not, but the goal here, if you're the Enlightened, is to find crystals and hack portals. This thing right here is supposed to be a portal, which is the equivalent of a Pokestop in Pokemon Go. The crystals, on the other hand, and this is where you need to pay attention, are these little dots right here. Now, what we found is that these dots, believe it or not, are in relevance to where you can find Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So right here, for example, you see this one right here, that's probably that Weedle that we saw, or maybe not. I think the Weedle left. Had him out for too long. But this one right here is supposed to be the closest one, and then it goes further away. So in looking at this, basically if you walk to this area, you should find a Pokemon. And the more dense the crystals are, the higher chances you have of finding it. So how does this translate to Pokemon Go? Alright, so we're going to exit out of here, go back into Pokemon Go. Okay. So as you can see in the top left right now, we have what looks like a Pidgey, and then over here you got another Pidgey and then a Pinsir. So the way this should work is you go back into Ingress, and basically you have to look at what's closest to you and what slowly starts getting further away. So what it's supposed to be at this point, that should be a Pidgey, that should be a Pidgey, and that should be a Pinsir. Now, in trying this myself, it actually proved to be quite useful. There was a Bulbasaur lingering around my area for the last week, and I couldn't find him for the life of me. So I decided to use this technique and opened up the app, saw that there was a Bulbasaur nearby, so I switched over to Ingress, saw where he was in relativity to how Pokemon Go displayed him, walked over to that area, and look who popped up. So I actually ended up getting him. So this technique is very effective. Obviously it's not 100% because Pokemon Go is still experiencing some issues as far as the tracking is concerned, unfortunately. As you can see right there. So it's not guaranteed that this is the right order, but generally speaking this is fairly accurate. So again, if you want to track your Pokemon easier, even if they do get this 3 footprint glitch fixed, it never tells you which direction the Pokemon is actually located. So once you figure out where the Pokemon are on the tracker right here, again, just close out of this, go to Ingress, look at where the dots are, and head in that direction, and you should be able to find the Pokemon you want, or at least a Pokemon. So that's pretty much it. Comment below, let me know if this works for you, let me know if you have any trouble with it. I definitely want to get this out there. Share it if you do like it. That way we can get more people to find the Pokemon that they want, especially rare Pokemon. I know that they get a little bit tricky to track. This should make things much easier for you. So again, if you like this video, tell me if it worked. If it didn't work, tell me in the comments below. If it did, please share it. Spread the word. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for Halo videos and also a Pokemon Go review. Thanks guys. Tyrant out.